Pi is a utility token. We're targeting actually everyday people. Actually, one of the mission of Pi is making cryptocurrency and blockchain technology as accessible as possible. And accessibility includes that how can we minimize the barrier to entry. Barrier to entry includes financial barrier to entry, which is referring to the investment part. That's part of the reason why Bitcoin is hard to enter later, because it's so high. It requires a lot of money to enter for many ordinary people. Another aspect of barrier is technical barrier. That's why we make it easy to mine, and we make it the most accessible in current day is through a phone. Well, to follow from my last answer, basically the two reasons. One is it's free. Everyone, as long as you are willing to make a contribution to this network and ecosystem, can participate. Second thing is easily done. You don't necessarily require some knowledge about computer science in order to set up a node, understanding the consensus algorithm in order to mine like Bitcoin. And you also don't need to spend a lot of money for your electricity to run Bitcoin node. So that's why it's easier to mine. So the vision of Pi is to actually building an ecosystem that is having different kinds of goods and services that are available to be purchased in Pi. And what type of goods and services? It's not just like the goods is not just the investment, the product. The goods are just like the Web2 type of goods and services, meaning that it helps you bring you convenience or fulfill a need of yours that is outside of this lens of investment. It's literally for practical benefits than just a return, understanding of a return. Pi network is free to mine. So in terms of the token side, we decided to give 80% of our supply for free to mine by everyone, and the 20% is goes to the core team. And out of all the coins, we have never sold any coin. Probably this is one of our effort to make it as compliant as possible. We have never run any ICO. We have never sold any token. To support the business, we are running it just like any other Silicon Valley tech startup, that we raise some funds on equity to support the operation of the company. Well, its impact on Pi network is, I guess, it's not necessarily directly impacting us because we're completely using a different type of consensus algorithm that is different from proof of work. Mm-hmm. We're using a federated Byzantine agreement, by which I mean it's relying on a trust graph instead of energy. So this consensus algorithm relying on a trust graph to dynamically form quorums, which is a subset of the nodes. And inside the quorum, nodes are sending messages to each other in regard to whether they think this transaction is true or fraudulent. And then this consensus algorithm can reach finality of making a decision, to make that determination for the network and write it on the ledger. So based on what I described, it's relying on a trust graph, which is what all these mobile phone users are contributing to. And that's why they're mining, the mobile miners. And then relying on that, the nodes are making decisions by transacting, messaging each other about their agreement or disagreement. By saying that, you can understand that any laptop today are able to be online and being able to message each other on the internet. So that's why by nature, this algorithm doesn't necessarily rely on energy. And that is the fundamental reason why Pi network is not consuming a lot of energy like the classic proof of work consensus algorithm. We are actually, because I guess our headquarters, the big part of our team are actually located in US. US is actually one of the biggest community of Pi network. However, Pi network is a world project. Actually, we have over 230 countries distributed users from pioneers from all over these countries, almost every region of the world now. We are, not necessarily trying to increase a certain population because it's a world project, but in order to build on top of, to grow in every region, we need to basically continue cultivating more utilities, continue to build our community, continue to hold, bolster our sense of identity of being part of the Pi network. And it's from the bottom layer, the blockchain layer, the social structure layer, the cultural layer, all three layers as a full stack of building a full vibrant ecosystem of Pi network.
Pi is really accessible to everyone out there. People can mine it by themselves using their mobile phones. So as long as you have a mobile device, you can participate. And then once you have mined it, and eventually, especially when we migrate everyone to the mainnet, which we can talk about it later, then you can use that currency to perform various activities on the network, which we call utilities. So Pi applications and other things. And the beauty of this is that even people who wouldn't be able to participate in this process, imagine someone in a country that they wouldn't have a bank account, or they wouldn't be able to how do you acquire a Bitcoin, for example, if you don't have a bank account or if you have no way to enter? So anyone can actually enter, and then once they enter, they are able to participate in those activities. They are able to pay Pi to ask another pioneer for some type of labor, for example. You can buy goods and services, or you can even get paid for services that you provide for others. Yeah, I think this is the way to go, because if you think about it, Bitcoin proved to the world that it is possible to have digital currency, and it works. So the first time that it was implemented, it had to be with the way it was to be succeeded. So to succeed, it needed to have servers, it needed to be what it is. No matter how we started, now the world operates mobile. We are living in 2000, it's not 2009 anymore, it's 2022, and we're going to the future. So more and more people have exclusively mobile phones, and they don't have computers, or they're using their iPads and their mobile devices rather than. So if you were by saying that you have to exclude all those people from the process, then you're already making something very restrictive. So I think that it is the future, and I believe that even all blockchains are thinking towards that direction. One important thing to know about Pi is that we avoided from the very beginning, and the easy way of making money by selling the coin through those ICOs that happened in the crypto space. So Pi has never raised has never sold any coins for many years now. We've been operating for 3.5 years. And in terms of Pi, we bootstrapped as much as we could, and eventually raised some money as part of a traditional Silicon Valley startup from private investors.